time. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, little motherfucker. Call it an egg, that's my mafia twin from Jordan Downs. Raise a finger, that's on gorillas, bitches going down. You politicking on instant, I'm out rolling rounds. Smoke his brother, smoking his brother, now we in the clouds. Played our freestyle in the courtroom, Brody lost his trial. Doing dope all around the kid, so she lost her child. See, this mafia way of living, it's just our lifestyle. It ain't no waiting, I'm impatient, let's get busy right now, okay? Diamonds dancing, it's off a lick, I like to rob people. Keep it on me, unfortunately, I done shot people. Not legal, nigga, I'm a spinner, we are not equal, non-lethal. John Cena the poor, I could not see. Long live to leave a hood boy was quick to squeeze the trigger. If your son ever hungry, doggy, I kill for that nigga. I die for the street that I post on with my killers. That is not my baby. Lately I've been focused on Skrilla. I can't tell you what, just know the code word is DJing. That's a highlight play, buddy, we gon' replay it. Well known gorillas from my city, they know we famous. You ain't talking no money, get in line and keep waiting, keep hating. I promise it's coming, little Larry, be patient. I had to cut this bitch off, she got feelings attached. I burn this motherfucker down to the ground, to the building collapse. Don't listen to your music, that shit weak and I'm blowing this cap. 5.56 loud ARP, ain't no holding me back. You speaking on my dead, it's okay, you for sure getting smacked. Don't need a microphone, but you know it's for solely a rap. Big eye busters, the enemies is for soaking wet. Don't believe none of your story, that shit make believe. 2 2 3s, you ain't ducking nothing, this could shoot through trees. Cold word, mental cycle, I came to make a pussy bleed. It ain't a bitch on this earth I'm gonna ever meet. I tore down they ever run up on me, shit, I ain't having it. You sure not a killer, we heard you did that shit on accident. I told these niggas I'm from Gorilla Gang Mafia. Yo, BM keep watching me, tell her put down them binoculars. I beef with the whole city, fuck off being popular. Not affiliated with none of my people, so we robbing. I get busy with Tula, they start calling me the problem solver. I'm a real life sparker, don't worry twin, that's on my car. Hey, why you dissing me on the net? We from the same city. Always leave a house with it on me, yes it came with. You ain't trying to catch a body, you should not come playing games. I'm a rock star with a drum, so you know I got it on stage. Outside thugging on this block, cause I have no home. Kill a nigga playing with my bro if he right or wrong. Stand dead in his face and that's fuck nigga, what's happening? That could don't be in this club, it's okay, we get to dragging niggas out. If it get tricky, shit I'm passing, it's time to pass on the house. If you can lie dead in my face, I can smack you dead, no mouth. You off this pistol, I don't believe you gon' shoot it. I ain't breaking nothing down, if you want it, dog, we into it. Been a couple times they have me, fortunately they blew it. Trying to keep my mind inside of my head, cause usually I lose. You think you really gon' touch me, you must be motherfucking stupid. Chop a bigger dispute, so get up on it. Call it an egg, that's my mafia twin from Jordan Downs. Raise a finger, that's on gorillas, bitches going down. You politicking on instant, I'm out loading rounds. Smoke his brother, smoking his brother, now we in the clouds. Played our freestyle in the courtroom, Brody lost his trial. Doing dope all around the kid, so she lost her child. See, this mafia way of living, it's just our lifestyle. It ain't no waiting, I'm impatient, let's get busy right now, okay? Gang mafia. Yeah. Slow learning. Bitch.
Yeah. I just stay down and stay out the way. I just got some pounds and I got some yay. Real niggas around, you look out of place. Quarter brick right now and that just on the face. Sell it all right now, it all be gone today. Good customer service, we don't make them wait. We constantly serving, picking him play. We constantly serving, picking him play. Hey, but I just stay down and stay out the way. I just got some pounds and I got some yay. Hey, real niggas around, you look out of place. Get a quarter bit right now, and that just on the face. Hey, sell it all right now, it all be done today. Hey, good customer service, we don't make them wait. Hey, we constantly serving, picking him a play. Hey, we constantly serving, picking him a play. I come from the bottom, I say with a tray. Got a switch the lemon color, he just wanna bang. Hey, I just want the paper, I don't wanna hang. Hey, that boy that met the world, now he's got to train. Hey, I just met your girl, she left with a stranger. Hey, soon we shot that up, she knew I was gangster. Hey, I don't take no threats, on no ultimatum. Hey, if you talking chop, you talking my language. Cop sip, hit half liter of the raw. Big earner, but I used to be an underdog. Don't keep 100, that's why I don't fuck with y'all. You come try to strike, you gon' get a gutter ball. Losing all my fucking life, I can't take another loss. Grinding all winter, and I don't take the summer off. Put an to make a half brick, do a somersault. He's special, he just fuck around and run 100 up, add it up. I'm a real nigga, just to sum it up. You can't be with me, little homie, you ain't done enough. Hey, Joey, can you throw me something? No, not at all. But if you cop folk, I might take 100 off. So this ass headbanger, get some Tylenol. You get pulled when you leave here, then I am not involved. Put the bands around my neck to make it freeze up. If my grandma was here to see me, she say Jesus. She was busy see me with that money and she freed up. Miss me with that little boy Larry shit, I ain't no peon. Plug on the way, damn it took him an eon. Before I'm on the price, I need something we can agree on. Pull a brick in the crib across face, fuck it up. Trying to cook it, nigga, that's the old base. You pussy always, getting plays always. Giving out quarters like motherfucking arcade. Listen to your pockets, nigga, fuck what your heart says. Yeah, I keep that fire on my fucking dark days. Me and my pistol will never part ways. Me and my pistol will never part ways. I just stay down and stay out the way. I just got some pounds and I got some yeah. Real niggas around, you look out of place. Quarter brick right now and that's just on the face. Sell it all right now and I'll be gone today. Good customer service, we don't make them wait. Because of the service, they ain't him play. Because of the service, they ain't him play.
What up, what up, what up? Back at it like a crackhead. This is your boy tripping out at the trap active. Hey, y'all. But we getting to it, man. Hold on 1 second, yo. Yo, we back at it. Y'all know what it is. Who's next on the chopping block? Sitting with the brother Push. We're gonna get into Pushy Push just dropped some new content. We're gonna get into that. Title of that information presentation what we're doing is called "Who is the Alien-like Human Species on Earth? Is it a wild man?" That sounds real interesting as far as the title. And I know with the homie, he ain't gonna play. He gonna definitely get to the content, get all the information and research that y'all need to know when it comes to these topics. And he's been on the series long about the wild man that's been manufactured, that's been out there. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know about it. This guy knows about it, and he's gonna break it down. But before we gonna give y'all, of course, the drama that's in YouTube, in these YouTube streets. So we gonna go through some clips, and then we gonna get straight to that. So let's get to this. Your boy Finesse 2 times. It's looking like your boy Finesse 2 times can he stay out of trouble. This time, him and his girl SHUGG, they said facing Fed charges after getting caught with a blick in Tyler, Texas. Shout out to the ruler. I'll make sure y'all go check out his channel. But this is crazy, right?
So, if I'm that individual, and I'm gonna just be real with y'all, I'm definitely gonna have that blick on me. Now, sometimes it's a catch-22 because some individuals already got criminal cases, already been to the feds, already been locked up for carrying blick on them. So, you know what that's gonna do. If you get pulled over, you get caught with a strap, and you already got felonies, and you've already been to the feds once or twice, or however it go. You may even be on papers. it's automatic jail time. But it's almost like one of those scenarios where like I'd rather get caught with it than without. Now you're gonna have some people who say, well, that's just dumb. I mean, if I'm living that lifestyle, it's not dumb. You know what I mean? For those who aren't living that lifestyle, for those who are, you know, clocking in, working a 9 to 5, aren't rapping, you know, because we've seen what happened to rappers, so many of them. Like the one year, it just went crazy. Like it started out with Nipsey Hussle, and then it just went from Nipsey to Mo3 to, you know what I mean, the Young Dolph situation, King Von. I mean, we've seen so many of them get knocked down in like a 2-year time span that, I mean, you would be a fool to be.
Most of those guys got popped in their own heritage. Most of them guys that he mentioned, all them guys got shot in their own heritage too. From Nip to O3, Young Dog, all got popped in their own section. You gotta move smarter around this piece. Now, I guess Finesse 2 times and this girl, he got caught, pulled over. I think he was in a Ferrari, maybe I may be wrong, but it was a shiny whip. And they found a blick and some weed. That's what I heard. Maybe it was an ounce, maybe it was just a rolled up blunt. But he gonna show the footage. And Shug, she out here just knocking it down, got that see-through cat suit on, man. Let's get to it.
All right, by yourself. With that being said, man, Finesse 2 times, somebody that we know that's been in jail, somebody that's been accused of cooperating. Let's add that in there. Ashley got caught up, him and his girl in Tyler, Texas, with a strap.
I was thinking he's on his way to a performance, and what I'm hearing is, I mean, they saying all types of shit, but they trying to say, and I don't know if it's true, they saying that he pretty much can't afford security. He can't afford security like he used to, so he rolling around with the blick on to hold himself down, you know?
Hey. Yeah, man. Petty shit, bro. They with finesse, man. Yeah, I know it, boy. Oh, me, god damn. God damn. Just pulled up. They been with finesse. Man, they lame in the bro.
See all that? She was finessing it 2 times, man. Real, right?
They not finna take him for that shit, bro. They can't, man, come on, bro. Weak ass nigga. This weak ass nigga, man. They got this hammed up, bro. Should got that ass, you hear me?
Hey, y'all go inside.
I'm recording. I don't give a fuck. I'm recording. You know, on my mama, Tyler PD, on my mama, boy.
Hey, y'all making it work out.
This sugar? Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Tell them niggas stop hating, man.
I want to invite you to a free trading and investing workshop right here in Los Angeles that will
Hey, what you think, Push? They was just fucking with him? Like he had pulled up in the Corvette, like a Corvette or something like that. He said they found a blick on him, and I think it was like a blunt or some shit.
Man, niggas never have motherfucking gun license.
Yeah, that's the common denominator of all these
cool,
cases.
Bro. That shit ain't cool.
These niggas do not have their proper papers. They rolling around with this shit. I mean, in Texas, you can have, it's like you can have a weapon, but I mean, you know, you still black, my nigga. Niggas a felon. So, you know, he ain't even supposed to be having no gun. So, he should have had somebody that license rolling with him, or rolling behind him or in front of him. You know? Shit. I'm hearing that his girl got charges too. She got some charges in her background. So, I mean, they should have had somebody that was, who had a clean record that could roll with him. But these dudes, they be flossing all this money, popping bottles, doing what they doing, but they never get the proper paperwork when they want to go out here and flex and shit.
Cool, man. They done got a finesse in the backseat of the goddamn police car, bro. Like, this shit child, my nigga. They don't smell no weed, nothing. My nigga, the dry ass pulled that nigga over, bro. Huh? That SHUGG right there. Let y'all know that nigga did pull up, man, on God.
Say he didn't smell no weed. Got agents on it.
Man, on God, bro, what the niggas hating like a hoe, man? Like, what the fuck? This shit laying in a bitch.
Alright. Alright. I'm on the way.
Oh, shit, bro. No, y'all been talk shit after this, boy.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
My shit done jump.
I can see already in the police car.
Yeah, in that hoe. Got caught with weed and a gun, bro.
They get caught with the weed and the gun, y'all.
Y'all, hell. On my soul. Hey, rest of her too. Damn, she got that. She going to jail with that ass. God damn.
Like, getting away with all that Buddha.
Now, I gotta be honest, Finesse 2 Times always seems to find himself in like these crazy situations. Like, if it's not another case where he's going to jail, he got the thing going on with the little kid King, you got a little boy around you, knowing you're doing all kind of weird stuff, and then you got a situation with your brother, y'all got y'all's back and forth drama going on, and then not even to mention the situation with his mama. Like, Finesse 2 Times keeps a lot of drama going on around him. Now, some people say that his rights was violated. You know what I mean? Like, they did a legal search and seizure of the car. They tried to say that they smelled marijuana in the car, and other people saying that he wasn't smoking at the time. They just ran up in the car just on some humbug. But at the end of the day, some people are saying that this is his karma. This is brought on to him by itself. Some of the moves that he's pulling on his own outside of the music has caused him to receive the bad luck that he's receiving. And, you know, some people saying,
Hey, that's the ruler, the war report. I mean, hey, make sure you go check him out, man. We got a lot of great content on there. We just doing our reactions. What y'all think, man? Finesse 2 Times, you know, are they facing Fed charges after getting caught with this blick and I guess a blunt? I didn't hear nothing like no real major weight or anything. And that's true, dude. Always be getting caught up. Always getting caught up. Last time, what was it, a couple weeks ago, his mama was up there going off on the nigga. And I think a week before that, 2 weeks before that, the little dude King was going off. It's all types of shit going on with this guy. That nigga finesse 2 times, need to get it together. Shit.
He's a grown ass man, so shit, nigga.
Oh man,
The gun part of getting though.
yeah, that gun look good. Well, that's a fact. Let's see what this shit looking like. Now we covered this, but you know, this is a few little bit more things being surfaced. Photos of the guy David and the 15-year-old that was found dead in his car surfaced.
As a juvenile who was actually reported missing from Lake Elsinore. Now, man, the crazy thing is her mom actually came out and identified that, yes, that was her daughter. And guys, this is the kicker. She's been missing since she was only 13 years old. And she also bears a finger tattoo that matches the singer as well. Now, apparently, I guess the singer, David, he actually went on tour shortly after abandoning the vehicle, I guess to try to distance himself away from that damn body. Guys, there's some photos that resurfaced online showing him next to the 15-year-old girl, and they look very much like a couple. It says Celeste and David don't let me sleep, and you see there is a timestamp of 3:51 a.m. Now, guys, currently the internet is in shambles because they're noticing the significant age difference, man. Now, mind you, the girl was 15. She's been missing since she was actually 13. So it definitely looks like there was a lot of grooming going on from this guy named David. Now, apparently, man, he's lost a bunch of huge endorsements and sponsorships that he once had because people was already looking at it like, okay, something definitely ain't right with this dude, and definitely set off a lot of red flags. Now, the vehicle was registered to singer David Anthony Burke, known as David, who has more than 33 million monthly listeners on Spotify and is known for the songs Here With Me and Romantic Homicide. That's right, guys. We cannot make this up. Now, the 15-year-old girl was described as having wavy black hair, 5 feet 2 inches, and weighing only 71 pounds. Now, she was found wearing a tube top, black leggings, a yellow metal bracelet, and metal stud earrings. And of course, like I mentioned before, she had a tattoo on her right index finger that said the word shh. Now, David, who first went viral on TikTok, released his debut album in April. The 20-year-old singer, known for his indie R&B alternative pop song, is currently on tour, and he is set to perform in LA this upcoming Saturday, the 20th. Now, guys, the most shocking, daunting thing about this whole entire case is that Celeste Riva's dismembered remains, y'all, was actually discovered in the trunk of the car after employees at the Hollywood lot reported a strong odor. So not only was she unalive, she was also dismembered. Now, I know initially there were reports out there saying that the vehicle was stolen. However, the car had a Texas license plate and is registered to David, and that vehicle was reportedly never reported stolen. Now, the mother...
So that was false yesterday. So I thought it was reported stolen. It did say so. That was not true. Maybe he put it out there like that. It was stolen.
After she positively identified,
she get nails painted, freaky, weirdo ass shit. Man, I wouldn't put it past this guy. But why would he kill her, leave her in the trunk, and then leave her? They said it was like down the street or something. So, like he snitched on himself.
Her daughter is currently facing a lot of backlash for letting her minor daughter actually date an older gentleman. Now, some people were kind of going back and forth on social media saying, oh, it's kind of normal. You know, sometimes people, they're within college age and sometimes they may date a high schooler. But I mean, come on, man. Like, this girl was 13 years old. She don't need to be dating no damn body at 13 years old. That's absolutely crazy. I wish my 13-year-old daughter would ask me something like that. Man, I would lose my damn shit.
Determine the cause of death. A lot of people are asking, how is this guy not arrested yet? With an investigation like this, the LAPD has to get this right. They can't mess up at all. I have a post from someone who says they're an attorney and they explain how it works. But first, the internet detectives are out again. And look at this screenshot, man. I mean, what the hell? Please adopt me. I need it. Someone comments on David's TikTok. He replies, at 0907, should we? Do you see what's familiar about 0907? Look down here. It's Celeste's birthday. So clearly he was mentioning Celeste's TikTok, asking her, should we adopt this random fan? Like kind of as a joke, you know what I mean? Isn't that sickening? This is an underage girl he's asking that to. He is straight up asking a child to adopt a child with him. If this is her TikTok, which, I mean, let's be honest, it looks like it's her TikTok, right? The birthday thing. What's the obsession with this birthday situation? Like the uploading of music on her birthday too? Like this is all so bizarre to me. Hi guys, I'm an attorney. I do not practice criminal law, but I got an award for criminal procedure, so I like to think I know a thing or two about it. I also practice civil rights law, which has involved lawsuits against the police department for procedural due process violations. That said, I have no practical criminal law experience, only some criminal pro, so I can only speculate on what is routine/common versus what is abnormal, especially in California. I'm not licensed in California. None of this is legal advice. With this popular of a case, there's a lot of pressure on detectives to get this right. That means being thorough. In order to make an arrest, you have to have probable cause that the crime has been committed. This has to be backed by evidence, which the DA presents to a judge. If there's anything wrong with the evidence, the case can be dismissed. Usually they can bring charges again if evidence is gathered at a later point. But in order to make sure that doesn't happen, each individual piece of evidence must be independently verified. They have to track down the source of each photo, of each message, and ensure that it came from accounts belonging from David or Celeste, and determine that message has not been altered. So what he's saying is, like the Discord messages, text messages, all these texts we've seen, they have to get a search warrant for this shit, like, and verify it's actually Celeste and David. Search warrants take time. This is required for each piece of documentary evidence to be admissible in court and is used to prove the veracity of evidence. This takes time and can lead down other little rabbit holes. For example, if they have a lot of evidence from the Dean Blunt Lover account, that's an Instagram account that some people think is Celeste's like hidden Instagram account. I wasn't able to find it. I think it's gone now. They have to subpoena Snapchat to ensure that it was actually Celeste's account. This is talking about the Snapchat. On Instagram account, or get sworn affidavits from witnesses who can testify to that fact. What's really critical is that if any evidence is obtained without a warrant or insufficient evidence to obtain a warrant, that evidence is deemed fruit of the poisonous tree and cannot be used at trial. They have very specific rules they have to follow concerning each step of the investigation, and it takes time, especially when most of the evidence that we have is digital, is coming from hundreds of accounts. They definitely have David under surveillance so that he cannot leave or hurt other people. He probably was told not to leave the country, which is in part why his tour was canceled. Yeah, a lot of people are obviously reporting his tour was canceled, especially the overseas dates that are coming up. I'm surprised he still did shows apparently after the body was found in general, but once his body was ID'd to the public, this tour was over. You know what I mean? Like there's no way he's going to go on. The police are dotting their I's and crossing their T's to ensure that David's defense will not be able to have the case dismissed or evidence withheld at trial. They also have an interest in presenting an overwhelming case in anticipation of obtaining a plea agreement, likely to protect her family from a very public and exploitative trial. Finally, they may suspect that David had multiple co-conspirators and may be investigating any leads related to that before they make an arrest. That's another thing. There could be a lot of people involved in this. Like I said in my last video, if it wasn't David, it's someone he knows, bro. A minor that he was allegedly in a romantic relationship with ends up dead in his car near his house. There could be a lot of people involved in this whole shit show, bro. And let's not forget the fact that she was dismembered and they only found parts of her body in the front trunk. Each day, bro, I still can't believe this is a real story. This is so disturbing. It strengthens their case substantially if they can get other people to cooperate who are willing to testify against David in exchange for a lighter sentence. David or anyone he knows is accused of doing this. If they can flip his co-conspirators, they are much more likely to get a confession that they can use in court and ensure a victory. They need to confirm things such as her cause of death. I had some people comment like, what the fuck are you talking about? Her cause of death is murder. They need an official cause of death from the autopsy with the exact cause of death, because that can change how they charge people. To determine whether he should be charged with murder or dismemberment of a corpse, and then if she was murdered, when did it happen? Was it premeditated? They need to be able to allege each element of each crime they charge him with. You can't just say, looks like he did it. You have to be able to reasonably claim that he caused her death, among other things, using actual evidence. If they want to charge him with murder in first degree, they have to allege facts based on evidence. That David had malice aforethought. Every charge has to be broken down in each individual element supported by probable cause. They can raise or lower, or even drop charges after discovering more evidence. but that initial bar is critical to ensure that charges stick. If all strong evidence they get later is base or unverified sham evidence, it all gets thrown out. You would think that they have enough to get him on a reduction at least, but if it's true that people in Celeste's family knew or accepted money at any point, they may need more evidence to demonstrate he didn't have their permission to take Celeste. It's very complicated. Here's talk about a search warrant. When the police have a search warrant for you, it's usually for a good reason. The fact that they're able to obtain a search warrant for his electronic devices and his home means that a judge agreed there was reasonable suspicion to believe a crime had been committed in the house he was renting, or at least a crime had occurred in the home, specifically David's computer, contained evidence relating to that crime. It's a strong indication that an arrest is to follow. They aren't going to release any information until that happens. However, because they don't want to startle David into running, fighting, or hurting himself. So that's a very basic explanation on why this is taking so long, and it's an educated guess from someone who's saying there's a lawyer. It all sounds right to me. The next thing that is going around today is now a screenshot that says 1 year ago, me and @deleted user got a kid on the way, and the @deleted user people are saying is Celeste, and now the internet is running with it that he got her pregnant, and that's why he killed her, because that's obviously one of the theories. Honestly, I think that was just a joke. I've seen people joke around about having a kid all the time in group chats and shit, and he's a popular artist, so it wouldn't surprise me if that was a joke. And we don't even know for sure this deleted user was actually Celeste anyway. In Discord, remember someone said in 2024 release that certain song about the missing girl, and they put Celeste's full name in there in the group chat? David's Discord mods, the people that handle his Discord, have responded, and they're saying, we, the Discord and Twitch staff team, want to clarify what we knew and what we didn't know regarding Celeste. We were not aware of her true age or that she was a missing person. We also did not have any contact with her outside of what was public. From what we shared in David's Twitch streams and from her role in the server, we understood her to be around 18 or 19. She appeared in 2 streams, but otherwise was not active in the server, and we do not have an ongoing communication with her. Most of us are not located in California, so we are not aware of any missing persons reports connected to her. Additionally, the staff team has had minimal contact with David or his management. And here's the big part. The mention of her full name within the server was not seen in real time due to how fast the chat moves when David pings everyone. That's actually true. Discord, if the person pings everyone in the chat, it does move very quickly. Discord chats can move very fast. So maybe mods missed this name and just never saw it. But who knows if they're lying or not. As a result of this situation, the majority of the staff team has left the server and we no longer associate with David. Another Discord mod posted this. Yes, I was a Discord mod for David. No, we did not know anything. Everybody's attacking my friends. Please leave us alone. We hate him as much as you do. All we can...
They hate that guy, huh? I don't know, man. It's looking kind of crazy, the whole situation. He's definitely a suspect. Endorsements and sponsors, they have all pulled out, so he's losing money. He was supposed to be doing a show today. He was supposed to have a show today in LA. So I don't know, man. Whatever come up, update y'all. Better have a hell of an alibi. That's all I'm saying. Hey, yo, what's up? What's up? Oh, Brandon, man. What's up with Brandon? Brandon get exposed as a police officer live on no jump. Apparently, he used to work as a traffic cop, ticket cop, giving out tickets or whatnot. So, I mean, I'm not surprised. He looked like a little fat ass police, but he was giving out tickets. That's what they claim. He was giving out tickets somewhere in some city in California, like where it ain't a lot of black people up there, maybe no black people up there. He was giving out tickets.
Exposed for having been a police officer
just clips
not that long ago. Okay,
just clips TV.
Lush was disgusted, but it feels like a troll. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Brandon hops on one of his live streams or next week comes on No Jumpers. Oh, me and Tay were just playing. But they asked them if they're just playing, but Tay seems kind of like a bad actor. It seems like they're playing. I don't know. I'll let y'all decide. Let's get into it.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
I'm on top of the bus. I'm not on the bottom.
Apparently, Brandon was
I'm not on the bottom. I'm on the top. All right, so let's see that. What is that? Let's bring that up. Let me get closer.
They looked you up. I can't say I'm surprised. I don't look at it. Somehow I don't look at him any different.
There we go.
140. So you got 141,000. Nigga, you should not be working at No Jumper. Take that. According to public records, this is.
California.
Can we click on this one right here?
And they get to retire early.
Inflation's a bitch, ain't it?
So according to the records, this is 103% higher than the average pay for a state employee.
Whoa. Okay, so it makes sense now. And Brandon's gonna talk about everything and bring up the whole War Chief situation again in a second. But it makes sense that he was, you know, afraid of getting sued. Nobody knew that Brandon has money though. He carries himself as somebody that is, you know, like middle class, like lower middle class type of guy, a humble dude. It looks like he drives like a damn Volkswagen Passat or a Jetta or something. He's not trying to stand out. But apparently he's been sitting on some money that the good old police have paid him over time. Like maybe he was writing a lot of tickets. I don't know. But he was Highway Patrol in Madera County. I looked up Madera County. It's right above Fresno. So it's pretty much in central California. It's a nice looking city from the Google Images results. I'm not gonna lie. It's like a lot of nice national parks and mountains and shit that you know, as far as their attractions. So he was in the boonies though, pulling people over, and we'll just see how he explains his experience as a officer.
And 97% higher than the national average for the government. Bro, so what? Brandon, hold on.
Are you a crooked cop?
Brandon. And then we got Brandon's location, California, County, Madera, payroll year 2022, state of California, California hybrid.
Hey, so he was a cop allegedly a couple of years ago. Are you shocked? Are y'all shocked? He looked like a cop. He seemed like a police undercover, something of that nature. You know, yeah. I mean, it's no jumper PD, police department up there. Got cops, informants, stool pigeons. I mean, shit.
So bro, Brandon, you telling me that you was pulling people over?
Searching them.
That's why he got
his
searching them. Rhetoric.
This is a no jumper Rico.
Brandon was pulling over all black
This is
people.
no jumper Rico.
Wait, hold on.
Racially profiled.
So what happened? So you were
trolling though.
A highway patrolman?
Ooh, fun fact before Brenda's explanation, actually. I was watching Community Clips, aka Community. I don't usually do that. I'm not gonna put the clip in here because they're kind of strange with that stuff. But Almighty Suspect was on AD's show with Pun. Pun had to leave early to go take his kid to football. But I was watching right after seeing this revelation of, you know, Almighty Suspect and Brandon are obvious office ops. Lush is kind of an op of Brandon's, but Lush plays it cordial, sort of. You guys know that have been keeping up with the No Jumper Civil War series that I've been doing for pretty much the majority of my YouTube channel's existence. That it's kind of Lush versus Flocko are the two sides, and you would think that by nature of Tev Third being cool with Brandon, that he's automatically Team Flocko. Flocko is why Tev Third is there for the most part. You know, he was
to law enforcement. I was inspired by Shaquille O'Neal.
Piece of shit. This is bullshit right now.
So I did 2 years as a highway patrol officer in Madera County. You know, I went to a county that most people I know never even heard of. Because I knew no one would see me. You know, no one would know me.
So we don't know. We just figured it out right now.
But you want me to tell you why I ended up getting fired?
So what happened?
Because I got my license suspended.
Well, hold on. So how did your license get suspended?
Were you doing degenerate activities?
You were drinking.
So he claimed he got his license suspended up Central California for DUI. I guess he was drunk on the job, driving around belligerent. He said, "Yeah, you can't be no traffic cop. Take your ass back to the ghetto."
Yeah.
Drinking and
You were
driving.
drinking on the job.
Drinking on the
You
job.
were putting people in jail while you were drunk.
Dude.
Hey, most
That's crazy.
most white people in Madera do that.
I'm not gonna lie, Brandon would love the city of Simi Valley. Okay, they sell hard liquor shots, like the little baby shooters at the gas stations. I think they sell full blown bottles too at the gas stations in Simi Valley for some reason. So for a drunk driving highway patrol type nigga, you might want to check out Simi Valley. Very white town, lots of racism. Obviously, home of the Ronald Reagan Museum. You love it there, Brandon. Just throwing that out there.
Tam fucking you over too, by the way, on the poll.
This audience hates me.
I know they hate
Nah,
me.
They also hate
they
women.
love you.
I can't win.
They love you. This is the first time I seen you. But anyways, back to
No,
the
I
subject.
lost to Almighty recently.
So, bro, you were doing Madera Highway
He can't
Patrol.
read.
You were doing Madera Highway Patrol.
Yes,
You were driving the car itself.
driving the car.
You were pulling people over.
I was hitting the switch.
How many people you put in jail?
I've recently come to learn that a lot of founders and marketers don't quite know how to look up the competitors' marketing strategy.
Me, probably about 40.
How many of them
And you
was
was
black?
having niggas.
Hey, what you think? Push, this is crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised. Yeah, this is surprising. So it looked like Brandon used to work for law enforcement, collaring motherfuckers.
That's crazy to give up $100K to be at no jumper.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. Hey, we got more talk on this 50-50 blacks and 50-50 yards. Are they considered good or bad if you're on 50-50 yard? S&Ys, which is a sensitive knees yard. I was always told that sensitive knees is bad. If you're on a sensitive knees yard, it means you get a chomo, a dropout, you know, something that's you got weird case, you got weird charges, and you know, they put you over here, pedophiles. What they call them, trainees, the sickos, and mental cases. S&Y 50-50. But from you get mixed information. Some people say, nah, they ain't nothing. I ain't got no bad records, nothing bad about me. I'm just, you know, I wanna my points done went down, and I wanna you know, I'm trying to go home. You know, fuck what y'all niggas is talking about. I'm trying to go home, get to this money, this pussy, and deal with my family. And I don't want to be around you niggas no more. And some niggas is in there, or you know, some of the cards, you know, they not feeling it. They like, nigga, you no good. If you don't get off on an officer, you no good. You got to get off an officer as soon as they put you on their yard. So we're gonna go into this video. This is the spot. Y'all go check them out. Speak on it.
Ooh. He say, man, you know damn well Blueface on the 50-50 yard. And I'm like, nah. On the dead homies, to my knowledge, I really thought that yard was A1 on the hood.
Oh, no problems. Please don't come my way with it. And I don't want to hear no lies. Jesus Christ, I said Blueface was and still, because I'm about to tell you what's going on the bad yard.
Is a 50-50 yard is, let's say, it's probably 5% of real gangbangers and 95% of other motherfuckers. You got motherfuckers that don't want to gangbang there no more. They consider this dropouts. You hear me? They also got low points. You got motherfuckers that's most of them they're like sour milk. They scary as a motherfucker. You got them type of guys there also. And you got to remember, in a California prison, if you have low points, and your points ain't high enough to get to a 3 or 4 yard on neighborhood crip, your points is real low, that's where you go. You go there on hood, and guess what? If you were black like my motherfucking self, them politics of motherfuckers not going on a 50-50 don't apply 5 us, nigga. Still the same crib, still got the same eye busters, still the same hustle on neighborhood crip.
Oh, now you can't come back because you on a mental health yard. What the fuck you mean I can't come back? I'm a low. I ain't never did nothing. I ain't told on no nigga. I ain't ran from nothing. Ain't did none of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So what you mean I can't come back? You know what I'm saying? My homie said I'm straight. So what the fuck you niggas talking about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a lot of politicking, but it's like the Mexicans is politicking for the blacks. Like the white boys, the Mexicans, the Northerners, the Southerners, like, no, we don't want them over here no more. Because you're doing that to your people, you can't do that to us. You ain't.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to, a lot of that. That a lot of the, not all, but I'm hearing that a lot of the blacks, or a substantial amount of blacks, are following the Hispanics' protocol. The Hispanics get on that yard and they deem the yard no good, and it's totally no good. But they saying that it could be a shock or a high-ranking like inmate get on the yard and he deemed the yard good. Now all of a sudden it's a good yard. You got the blacks like, you know, are you running black politics or are you running the essays politics? You know what I'm saying? From what I'm hearing, the essays is getting off on anybody that come on these yards. You know, it don't matter.
Foul, you ain't telling nobody. You should better go back through that yard wherever you come from. There's a lot of good niggas over here that want to go back, but they.
The thing about the ELP yard is, like, if you go over there, you got like a time frame, you got to come back. And that's just like something the blacks have picked up. Blacks like to run Mexican programs. Yeah, homie. We don't do that, bro. I don't do Mexican programs, excuse me. Not me. That's not me in particular. I don't care for essay programs. We not doing that, dear homies. Yeah, I do respect the essays and they politics. For sure I do. They bend the rules too, bro, on the dead homies. I was just in Lancaster on the 3-yard and they had a dude up there they were trying to say was a rat. And all of a sudden, this dude was out there, he running around the yard. The only reason why they didn't touch Cub was he knew if a head essay goes to a PC yard, he can make that yard GP. Like Tatsby is 50-50 SNY. If a head essay goes to that yard right now, he gonna say that yard is not 50-50 PC no more. That's not cool, bro. You do not set the standards for us. That's just like CMC when they landed on, say CMC was deemed to be PC 50-50 and all that, right? But then all of a sudden the essays go there. It's cool. Oh, the yard is cool. No, West yard is cool. And that's what I don't like about blacks, because blacks try to inherit the essays politics, bro. And the dead homies, no, it don't work like that, bro.
All right. We can go all day about Raylo being on the 50-50 yard. You know what I'm saying? From my understanding, how the 50-50 yard came up and was started, I don't know, because I wasn't there. But that was started by the Mexican mafia politics. My understanding that blacks went with that same narrative. Now, this 50-50 stuff gonna have to somehow get fixed. You guys in there need to fix this situation, because this situation is rolling out into the streets, and this situation is gonna divide and fuck up a lot of them.
Now this shit get deep,
and
it could get deadly. You understand what I'm saying? As a brother that done did multiple years behind bars, I understand where both sides are coming from. It is strange to see a homeboy on a yard where you know there could possibly be snitches. You know what I mean? Crazies, pedophiles. You got to question, why is the homie over there? And is there other homies over there? Like, are those homies good? Because if they're good, they should be over here with me. I've thought of that before, but then I've also been able to look deeper into the foundations of what's going on with that brother or that homie. Realizing that, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like C-Mac said, his points ain't high enough. They got him over there. He don't want to be over there, but he got a chance to go home, hit them streets. And if he get off to try to get back over here to prove a point, you know what I'm saying? He's tricking off time. He's not bad. I can vouch for him. When you got situations like that, you know, us as being black people, we got a different type of heart and a different type of understanding. And this is where you are going to get, you know what I'm saying? A clash sooner or later down the line. Because as you can see, members, Crips and Bloods, are discussing this and talking about how this could split up different neighborhoods, different sections. Did they get it from the essays, from the Emma? You know what I'm saying? From the whites? I would say they did. And how? Why? Because the Emma and the essays they was pushing the line. They was dropping bodies to be able to set this type of norm. You know what I mean? So the only way the black population in the California prison is going to be able to combat this is when brothers do come from a 50-50 to what's considered a 4-yard, a good yard. The brothers don't remove them. And the brothers stand behind them if they're credible and go against the essays and the Emma. We gon', you know what I'm saying, keep you in tune, because I guarantee you within the next year, you're going to start hearing about this.
Yeah, been hearing a lot about that. Y'all go check that out, man. We're going to get straight to it. Shout out to Sherm, man. Man, my bad. I didn't even realize your ass was in the comments. Which is very cool because faking the police shit. Yeah, definitely. Right, okay. So it was a lot. I knew it. It seemed like some fake shit. Shout out Push, man. Shout out, Push, man.
Oh yeah, bro, I'm still here. I'm working on the daggone video as I'm
Oh, we almost ready for the.
No, I'm double tasking over here too at the same time, bro. This next video gonna be deep. It's gonna be crazy. Oh gosh.
Hey, this is
That's good, Sean.
This is the quick one, man. Shout out to Scandalous Los Angeles, man. Shug Knight recalls the night that WAC 100 met game, part 4 of number 7. Shout out to Scandalous Los Angeles.
I wanted to make sure I clarified what you had said when them niggas kept trying to push that the homie Montreal murder on George, right? And you checked them, told them niggas to stop lying and saying that nigga name, right?
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right.
So I don't know why they think that that's cool in the first place to be pointing the fingers at anybody, let alone another homie. If that was the issue, you niggas push up on that nigga face to face. You don't do that, but that's not the issue. Right. Yeah. And there was another situation with the homie Game, speaking about the artistry. It was, I think he put out an APB this a long time ago. And I think you and the trucker pushed up to go say, well, I think the G-Unit dudes are still trying to get him, the Mob Deep dude, try to...
Nah, you know what happened on? Let me tell you the whole truth of that story.
Okay.
I'm at the proceeding. It's me, the homie Zap from Town, Little Town. And that was it. So the trucker hit me. He was like, I'm lying around here. What can I do? I said, well, man, I'm at the proceeding. So he pulled up. The homie Briss from the west side. Mm-hmm. That's who made all that happen.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
He banged my line. He's like, where you at? I'm like, get going with that bullshit. What you mean where I'm at? I'm wherever you want to be. He's not for real. He said, man, I'm up here with gang here, and it's damn near 30 Crips up here trying to get us. And where you at? He said, I'm on Sunset. So you went down the street and we're on our way. I said, oh, we just go push. The truck said, I'm gonna ride with you. All right. If I was thinking, I should have put some phone booths on the bottom seat behind the hand up, making them big and taller.
So he can see over the window, huh?
Yeah. So we go up there, right? The minute I got there, we pop out. All the homies who was there to represent. And I didn't even want to take away from the trucker. He was there with us. All right? Right. But the reality of it is this. We was outnumbered. Gang and the motherfuckers he was picked up against the car and not moving. So I get out. They was like, man, they're like, son, what's up, man? You fuck with him like that? I said, look, I'm here. Not on my watch. I can't let him get tacked out. I let them look. Right? Right. They would stay talking. They would tell you, we gonna get off this bitch ass, blah, 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 blah. I said, hold on, let me check on homie first.
And who was that, 40 guy?
No, it was a lot of dudes from East Coast up there.
Okay.
There's motherfuckers everywhere. But 40, listen, I ain't here to knock 40 Glock down, but 40 Glock, hell no.
Right.
It was real gang members up there, put it to you like that. Right. They knew it was real gang members, because when I went over there, and I thought Magic was Cedar Block. But Magic to be with Jay. I'm actually, that nigga was black. I said, you from Cedars? Like, no, I'm from Cedars, right? So, at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with the truth. The truth of the matter is, they would think this motherfucker. Either it was going to be a massive shootout, because for its numbers, we wouldn't have won that one. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they had enough respect for a motherfucker and say, we're going to give Game a pass because of you. So when Game got the pass, the trucker kept on talking to him. We did this for you, we did this for you, we did this for you. We looked out for you. That's how they looked up. For a long time, everybody thought the trucker was
the one put the push. So he trying to act like he won that push.
Y'all remember from Prodigy, he had put out a book. He spoke of this incident. WACC made up the rumor that it was 40 Glock and Spider Low and all these Crips were all, they called out Game and slipping. And Spider Low, he lied to me, I wasn't there. In the book, Prodigy never mentioned Spider Low. He only mentioned 40 Glock. It was that was when him I forgot the name. I think it was Sue Crew or something like that. But him and their crew was spitting all on games. I think he had a Bentley or some shit. So they was really trying to provoke us to get into some real issue. But it did go down though, because of the respect they had for SHUGG.
For the soft shoe prep.
And he didn't put shit. And the thing is, we went for this squabbling up, we was outnumbered. The motherfuckers had respect and love for a motherfucker. So they like, we gonna back up off of him. That was a great love.
Hey, SHUGG, when WACC told this story, he said Spider was there. Do you remember seeing Spider out there?
I ain't see Spider that motherfucker at all.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I gotta tell you this about one of the other things with the homo cardiac. Alright.
This is Global Tel Link. You have a prepaid call from
Sure, nice.
an incarcerated individual at the R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility, San Diego, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now.
This week, we're hosting a free trading and investing workshop right here in Irvine. Inside.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
So what I was saying is this. On the West Coast, everybody got to come together.
Right.
Period. And even me. One person shouldn't be bigger than the movement on the West Coast. Right. So we all supposed to look at a situation and say, you know what? We need more jobs on the West Coast. But what's so good about hip-hop, that creates jobs. Because if you get one rapper, whatever hood he's from, he's going to be giving out 10 jobs, right?
Right.
At least. And for those 10 motherfuckers, they can have another 10 motherfuckers doing merchandise. Another motherfucker going on tour with them. Another motherfucker in the studio with them. Another motherfucker, everybody can network and make it the place we want it to be. Like if somebody's doing a video and they're artists, everybody should support them. It shouldn't be, we should have not lost not one artist in this industry.
Right.
You gotta look at it like this. How big we would have been? Crooked Cops, you know when it comes to Tupac, right? That's my bro. It's not about who killed Tupac, who didn't kill Tupac. There was so many people involved in it, right?
Right.
When Pac died, they used that
killing the Tupac
to commit fraud against me. Snoop hatred of Tupac kept destroying the West Coast. When
Snoop hated Tupac,
that separated hip hop even more. When Nipsey died, shit, look, Dirk is in prison or in DC. He should be in DC. What? How is it that every time somebody gets in trouble in hip hop, they get more time than they should? How is it that every time somebody dies, we celebrate their death instead of trying to make it better? It's things we do for each other. And a lot of things I do for people I've never really talked about. Okay, well, I'm tell you like this. You take Ice Cube. Q, you did a movie straight out of Compton, using my image, using my likeness, using something.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
And you.
So Shug at this time going in on Ice Cube. This all just came out, man. Shout out to Scandalous Los Angeles. Shout out to Deuce Sims for the interview.
He chose to defame me on the fact that I don't have an ego because Jeff Rowe was everything to me. So I'm the CEO, I'm the security, I'm the sound man. I'm gonna do whatever I can. I'll sweep that motherfucker up because it's my business, my property. I'll do whatever I gotta do to make it work. Right. But Cube and straight said that I was a DOC and Andre and them bodyguard. How they bodyguard when these motherfuckers in 190 Benz and inside Jeeps, and I'm in big blazers, the big Chevy Blazers, the Silverado truck, the breaking the D's all on the motherfucking lowriders and flat no Porsches, rags. And then a red one, a black one, and a yellow black one. You know what I mean? But ain't no ego about it. But at the same time, I did things to still protect the Cube. That motherfucker never gave me $1. The only thing he ever said is, well, the white people should pay you. The white people should pay me. So when they came to me, you know, I had a sued me from a civil trial. Carter's did. Terry's no family, right? So the lawyer in them wanted to appeal Cube. I put Cube on the stand. I said, you can't do it. He said, it's going to have to win. I said, I don't care if I got to pay money. I ain't going to have to Cube caught up with some shit. So what they put together, the patch they put together, and I stopped it. There's a paper trail on it, but I still stopped it. They said, okay, Cube was fucking with Terry. Right. Back 10, homies beat up Ice Cube brother-in-law. Right. So now everybody mad. They said Cube got at Terry. One homie ended up dead. Other homie ended up shot in the head for his life. Both of the homies. They said, we got the proof. You know, subpoena Cube and Cube got to tell the truth. We can't do that. That's fucking with Cube. They can try to give Cube a case. And all right, they went to right. I don't want no parts of that. Cube was the homie. Right? Right. I said, if you come out there the right way, some motherfuckers might not like how that's done. But once again, I take one for the West Coast because I love the West Coast. At the same time, I think Nick Cannon's a good motherfucker. We should get the motherfuckers who can help to build this motherfucking place. I know he got the bullshit deal with the trucker with the incredible diapers, but I don't think that's a cool thing with the trucker because and not even giving motherfucking pork but free diapers. And he need them. Oh, yeah. At least I let's stay positive. Okay, so fuck it. But at the end of the day, right?
The police don't want you to know this, but the reason we always ask for your insurance first before your registration.
Right now, we start now. We start getting all the West Coast to be sick.
Man, shout out to Scandalous Los Angeles. So yeah, man. I mean, he gonna continue to send darts. And he felt some type of way about, you know, like I say, you know, the movie Tupac. They've been using his likeness. Y'all heard he spoke about Terry. Rest in peace, Terry. You know, between these cats, I don't know how that shit gonna play out. But for your boy Shug, we gonna get into this where they mentioned Shug. We played first half yesterday, but the reason why Tupac was targeted by the FBI agents.
The evidence, part of the evidence is that these cops had used a gun that they stole from their evidence locker, and they call that a throwaway gun. Another cop testified in a different Tupac case that they call that a throwaway gun so that you can put it down if you have a wrongful murder of somebody, and no, it can't be traced back to you. And so, this is the way that went on. And there's a bunch of other evidence besides that this was an assassination attempt at Tupac. And so then you got Tupac dealing with this sexual assault case, going to jail for an inordinate amount of time. In jail, he signs this joke contract, but just because he's desperate to get out of jail. And his management, Watani Tayahimba, he was a founding national security director of the New African People's Organization, Watani Tayahimba, which was a group of former Black Panthers and former Republic of New Africa leaders who started that group. And so he said that, well, we had, sorry, Tupac, but we have to distance ourselves from you because we don't know what Death Row Records is, but it's so problematic that we can't be involved with them. Now that you signed this contract. And Tupac cried on his shoulders saying, I know I'm selling my soul to the devil, but I can't take it in this prison anymore. They have in solitary confinement for 10 out of 11 months. Oh. Yeah, and it's rectal searches and all kinds of psychological torture in different ways that they were using something called penal coercion tactics that Amnesty International says the closest thing we have to brainwashing now. I show in my Drugs as Weapons book, of course, that there's things, much closer to brainwashing that are actually.
They said they was up in there trying to brainwash Tupac, torturing him right there on Rikers or Clinton. Is it Clinton Correctionals? I heard that the guards were fucking with him, like roughing him up, somewhat. But then it was one of his cellmates, one of the guys that was with him, and pretty much holding him down. It was a Dominican. I think it was either Puerto Rican or Dominican. I'm believing he was a Dominican. And the dude came out and he said he was holding Pac in, and all those rumors and all that shit was just bullshit. But he said that they were trying Pac. They were trying him up in there, what I'm saying, roughing him up, And a lot of it was because they was jealous. The guards was jealous. I mean, you got to think this dude was like probably 21, I think, 21, 22 at the time. And they had to be 23. And he had Madonna coming to visit him, Jasmine Guy, I think, and his girl. So, he was getting like tons of mail. But when he said when Madonna came, it was just like the whole damn, the whole yard or the whole block was like in awe like that. You know what I'm saying? So I could believe that they was really fucking with your boy up
there. Brainwashing with hypnosis and drugs. Nonetheless, this is what they were doing to Tupac, and Tupac gets out of prison, finishes his record deal, which he said was supposed to be 3 CDs, and he finished that, and he started his new record label, Euthanasia Records. Started a film company. He was starring in several films already. He was ready to produce records on his own label, and he fired Dave Kenner, the real head of Death Row Records, who actually owned the parent company to Death Row Records, and was getting away from them. But then he was set up in Las Vegas and murdered, assassinated.
I'm only 27, and I can't imagine going through all of this as like a 22, 23-year-old.
Yeah.
Absolutely bonkers early life. Yeah. Now, so FBI guard. So we have Tupac's bodyguard, Kevin Hackey.
Yeah.
Now, he claims he's either an informant or he has direct connections to the FBI. He allegedly warns Tupac not to attend the Mike Tyson event in September of 1996. where he would eventually get shot and die. Right. Could you elaborate more on Kevin Hackey?
Your coffee, black, no sugar. Want dessert?
No, thanks. I want to lose 20 kilos to.
Yeah.
Where's confirmations of the shooters of the Tupac and Biggie cases?
Sure. So Detective Russell Poole got himself assigned to this investigation of Biggie Smalls' murder, which happened 6 months later. And Biggie Smalls' murder was set up, I believe, to just make it look like it was an East Coast West Coast rap war that killed Tupac. Because Biggie Smalls was not an activist, even though I could argue that they might have been just killing cultural leaders in general, but I really think it was just more collateral damage. Nonetheless, they murdered Biggie Smalls, and there was probably stronger evidence of how it linked back to Death Row Records and this police, and undercover agents inside Death Row Records. But Detective Russell Poole had been promoted many times. He was a great murder detective and a very honest murder detective in Los Angeles. And he is investigating it, and his partner, who was above him, tried to stop him from coming out with all that he had found, because as I said, his superiors said you can call these all these police agents inside Death Row Records troubleshooters and covert agents. They wouldn't allow Russell Poole to come out with this, because what he found was his fellow police officers were involved in orchestrating or carrying out the murder of Tupac, and they murdered Biggie in order to cover up their murder of Tupac. And this came out in the Nick Broomfield film Biggie and Tupac. It also came out somewhat in the book Labyrinth. But this film only goes so far. I show more of the history and why, and more of the evidence of why it was really, these police officers weren't just rogue cops. They were highly connected to U.S. intelligence, and show all the evidence of that. And so he did say, it's interesting that Randall Sullivan, a veteran journalist, did say at the end of his book that Russell Poole said all his friends said not to give all of his documents to the FBI, and Russell Poole said, but if I can't trust the FBI, who can I trust? And gave his documents to the FBI, and nothing was done with them. So that's how that book ended. But nonetheless, the FBI, who can I trust? And gave his documents to the FBI, and nothing was done with them. So that's how that book ended. But nonetheless, it's just he came out with some great evidence of all that, and of course, then he died young, sadly enough. And the co-writer of another book with Russell Poole, because Russell Poole came out with a book about more of his investigation later, and the co-writer is Michael Carlin, I believe his name is. He told me that he believes that Russell was killed at a meeting with the police officers when he was trying to give his new evidence of exactly who shot Tupac. And at that meeting, he was they killed him right there. It was
he died of a heart attack in a police station, right?
Right. It was. They called it a heart attack in the police station. And Michael Carlin says they think they used a defibrillator. It's something that shocks your heart to come back into place, but they actually used that to kill him, not to revive him.
That's incredible. Yeah. I'm seeing like, or I've at least seen videos on YouTube of like, questioning the death of like Russell Poole, and you see like a lot. So like, I believe the two lead detectives on this case are Greg Kading and Russell Poole.
Yes, Greg Kading was not a lead detective. Russell Poole was assigned as a detective. He's assigned by LAPD as a detective on this case, really on the Biggie Smalls case in, I believe it was about 1997, right? After it happened. Because he had dealt with a case that was connected to Biggie Smalls' murder, and so he has to be assigned to it because he thought he knew some things about it, and he got that assignment. And it was Greg Kading came in. It must have been 7 to 10 years later. Okay, and
that's because like I said, Greg Kading was not the lead detective. Just brought in several or 10 years later. So when WACC brought him on Clubhouse, try to get him to vouch for him not being part of the Main Street Mafia case, he was just bringing in people that he knew that was going to cover. Gotta watch the dirty tricks. Greg Kading is a disgraced cop. You know what I'm saying? Dirty cop.
And Greg Kading was according to Russell Poole, he was a disgraced police officer caught lying in court, forced to retire early, and then brought in out of retirement. And Greg Kading, and Russell Poole said this in a blurb about commenting on Greg Kading's book, which was a ridiculous book. Greg Kading, he says, Russell Poole said, Greg Kading never interviewed me about my original investigation. He and described him as a disgraced cop caught lying in court, forced to retire early, then brought in out of retirement just to cover up what Russell Poole had found about it all. And that was the situation. And Great Kading ends up coming out with this absurd tale that somehow Biggie brought like $1 million or some huge amount of money to Las Vegas, gave it to Keefe D to give to Orlando Anderson to shoot Tupac right after the scuffle. And
did you see that Opus Clip charges up to $350 a year just to add cap?
MGM Grand Hotel. So basically, I'll lay it out. There was a Mike Tyson fight, and as you said, Kevin Hackey was getting paid by the FBI. He was a police officer, was getting paid by the FBI to also work as an undercover agent as one of Tupac's 2 top bodyguards with Frank Alexander. And Kevin Hackey appeared.
But he was an undercover while playing a bodyguard next to Frank Alexander, who was Tupac's one of his main guards, Michael Moore. Rest in peace to both of them. Trying to hold Pac in. Hey, we gonna stop it right there. This is like almost an hour, pretty much an hour, but we'll come back next show. We're gonna go check it out. It's on Discretion TV. Shout out to Discretion TV. The real reason, or the reason why Tupac was targeted by FBI agents. Man. Hey, so we're gonna get to this commercial, and then we're gonna come back with who is the alien-like human species on Earth? Is it the wild man? Right now, Young and Hefe, 5 bills to get you whack. Let's get to it. Y'all make sure y'all go roll up. Got about another 30 minutes or so on this clip. Let's get to it.
It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number with the check say.
KBL, you a menace.
Yeah. There's a lot of little boys out here talking that talk, but ain't spinning and walking that walk. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Face shots to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chats to get you tapped. Forehead up in my lap. When they pump, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Face shots to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chats to get you tapped. Forehead up in my lap. When they pump, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. Impact and make it gooey. When I terrorize like Stewie. Gun chest, 10 choppers. Take my chances with this Uzi. Lil' baby, she might lose me. Attitude, my fashion bougie. I'm attentive with this duty. Like my bitches bad with booty. Hero Deo, get some Louis. True religion, little Gucci. Black and Asian like Karuchi. T-Cupchi, dress her Gucci. Keep a hammer, count this Moochie. Y'all be tripping off they coochie. DPs, I beat like Boosie. Chopsticks with this sushi. Real hot boy like Tunchi. Blood stains on my blue feet. They be with my crew meet. Clean up crew be too neat. Pros be moving too deep. All my roads been too steep. Rode them like I'm too deep. Barely like the news week. Money hustle, new street. See it hate like who he. Solid rock come through me. Legend like I'm Bruce Lee. See these hoes, they group deep. Ruthless from that one street. Roof Chris when I want steak. Niggas want that update. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. 3 shots to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chat to get you tapped. Forehead up in my lap. When they pump, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Face shots to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chats to get you tapped. Forehead up in my lap. When they pump, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. Resume, I run up stats. 1,000 yards up in this flat. It's a setup like the draft. Taller standing like giraffes. I go stripes with a zebra. And I'm conscious when I lack. Goofy niggas, they be playing. Put your body on this mat. Give my youngin' half a stack. We just jugging through the math. Patriotic in my path. They the jail, we fuck the staff. I'm a gangster, but I rap. Now a Remy did the pap, cause I really stand no business. Niggas acting like they that. Couple rookies with me ballin'. Bitches hit me, they be callin'. That go Hefe, he be allin'. I just love they let the dog in. I just ballin' this ball made. Like Tiz with this hard pay. I've been building a large name. Hit the streets with a guard game. I know niggas that charge fame when you get out your yard lane. Niggas talk like they 10-2. To the chopper chop 10-U. Who gon' chop and defend you when we kill all your friends too? Pull up in that Benz proof. Pull up in that Benz proof. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Face shot to make the news. We just
step when they relax. Group chat to get you tapped. Forehead up in my lap. When they pump, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. 5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in this Mac. Face shot to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chat to get you tapped. Forehead up in my lap. When they pump, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack.
$5 bills to get you whack. I know about that. If you in the streets, y'all know what's up, what's up, what's up. Hey, this is your boy Ill, aka the Ill Reaper, aka Slap, your favorite rapper. Now we into the podcast and content creators, so slap your favorite content creator. That's what we do. Anything that come across our desks that's worth doing our reactions to, that's what we're gonna do. We call up the homies, we're gonna pull up, make sure you have your smoke. No inferior smokes, that's all I'm saying. Don't be drinking that rip gut. Make sure you drink good. You into wine, you fuck with the Colorasi, you know what I'm saying? Whatever flavor you fuck with. If you into some real drink, you know what I'm saying? Get you some real vodka, get you some real yak, and get you some real Jack Daniels or some shit like that. No drinking and driving. Yo, this is brought to you by Hustle Boys, Bud Brothers. Shout out to my girl Jeff. Hey, everybody, y'all in the Inland Empire, and y'all trying to get some of that good premium smoke. Y'all know what to do. Go pull up. Go check them out on IG. That's hustleboys.ie. And we got Fast 8420. Let them know your boy Ill sent you when we out. You gotta follow them. Follow them on IG. You let them know that you fuck with your boy Ill, and then they gonna give y'all the location. Y'all pull up, and you know y'all gonna get hooked up. You know what I'm saying? Walk away with something good, goodie bag, some of that good. Hey, but we about to get into this, man. Who is the alien-like human species on Earth? Is it the wild man? So put your thinking caps on. We done got through the goofy shit on YouTube. Now it's time to strap up on this. Got the brother Push, man. What's up, man? You there, man? Let us know what's up on this.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, this right here is a lot of people don't believe we didn't have that technology back in the day. You know, like they think airplanes was made in the 1800s.
Right.
That ship right there is a ship from the 1600s, bro. And on that coin, they call it a shuttle. So on there it says success to the shuttle and the plow. So we had rain machines during the 1600s that looked like that.
Rain machine, brother.
So people were flying in that. That's from the 1600s right there. But they'll tell you that an airplane was made by the White brothers.
Right.
So that's what this is going in. This is showing that we had that tech, and there's a lot more that was done, because outside of that, they was doing, you know, a lot of this science shit up in those ships right there.
So they was
But
doing like experiments and stuff like that.
yeah,
Research on human beings.
pretty much, bro. So it's a lot going on with our little past. But first things first, you know, we had technical flight before they said we had flight.
Now, do you feel that they were doing this on purpose for the fact that only certain people were able to, get this knowledge, share? There was just a certain group of people in that era, and the mass, it was like, okay, this is something that we can use to control the masses or whatnot, or why do you feel that they held it back?
I think it was pretty commonly known. It's just there's a moment, and that's where I was showing in the last video, like how they used the plague to take out everybody. You see what I'm saying? So this type technology was commonly known, but if you put a plague out on the world, destroy cities and all that, that information becomes lost.
Right.
So when they're showing us those exhibition cities, like, people say the word Tartaria, but when they're showing all those exhibition cities, they were showing you the last before they took it all away. So they took a lot of technology away and then reintroduced a dummy down version of it.
This is real crazy.
Yeah, so this just is deep, bro.
Hey, make sure y'all put y'all thinking caps on, man. Like I say, light up. No inferior smokes. It's gonna blow your mind. Let's get to it, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel.
When I look at history, I always find myself challenging the perspectives that they tell us. It's because the things that you find when you do your own research. So this coin is a good example of this right here. If you look at it, it's written on there, success to the plow and shuttle. And when you look at that, it do make me wonder, how do we connect airship and a plow? And what I realize is our past is not 100% true. I believe we've had technology, and I believe that technology had been suppressed. When I see this airship right there, I realize, it's so easy to say an alien invasion, but I've had to change my mind a little bit and look at that airship right there, that shuttle that they're calling it. I had to look at it as a weather machine, like something that can control weather. And then I understood right there how you get the plow, the shuttle and the plow. Somewhere in our past, we've had the technology to control the weather. And what I realized with that, when we think about all the older cities and things like that that's now, coming out, it just shows that not only were the cities great, but there was technology. But inside of all of that, I found something that was considered, pretty unique. And it's because those ships right there also seem to have been laboratories. And that's where we're going to go with this. So
my husband used to ejaculate prematurely until this. You know you don't have to come all the way to the pharmacy to get.
When we're looking at this picture right here, it shows two wild men on the left and the right. And there is an interesting symbol that's inside of this circle that they're holding, like there's a reef right here. And we're going to look at a coin that connects to that. But you can see, there seems to be like a cloud that's at the top inside of the circle there. And you can see ropes, and I consider those to be like a family tree right there on the left and on the right. So it's like the wild man is like holding a reef, and inside of it is their family tree. Well, I was able to connect that with the coin, and this is where things really got interesting. When I said like the past, those airships might have been laboratories just as well as we might have had weather machines. So when you're looking at the coin on the left, the image at the top, I considered that a UFO when I look at it. It could easily look like a hat, but to me that is like a UFO, just like the last coin or a shuttle. But coming out of it is a bunch of ropes, and it has what looks like bells, but I believe those to be two different like bloodlines or family trees right there. And if you look to the right, that is the same image that is like literally on the wild man symbol. So you have two wild men on the left and right, and you have this image in the middle with these ropes. So if we look closer, the image on the right, that possibly to me, which I believe is also a laboratory. So you can see the ropes coming out from underneath it, and it forms these what looks like to be bells, but I kind of consider that to be a family tree extending on both sides. So the coin and this image right here are pretty much the same. The middle is different, but they have the same thing where these lines are coming out of, to me, a shuttle, and you can see it on the other side right there. So this is to me a family tree, and it shows in this perspective two wild men right there. So when I look at our past and what our capabilities possibly were, if we were able to manipulate the weather in order to help the plow, basically water the fields, what else was done inside of those shuttles right there? Because this is what I'm seeing is a shuttle, and it looks like something was created from that shuttle right there and possibly released here on the earth. So let's go a little further. But that is how I see the wild man. I see the wild man as something that was created and released out into the world. And it could have possibly been a fighting force or something of that nature like that. Who knows? But I do see the wild man as something created and done from a laboratory perspective. If we look right here, this is the Prussia coat of arms right here. So it's interesting because it says on to the right, the complete Prussia arms with two wild man supporters. So just like the last picture, it had two wild men on the side. Well, this is pretty much almost the same thing, except they are on the left and right guarding a coat of arms. So like a military arm. And in this image right here, they're on the left and right, guarding what looks like to me a bloodline or a family tree. So there is something definitely with this created person or beings that I believe are bloodline into, humanity as it stands right now. But if we go and we look into history, it shows wild men fighting, black people and white people. And this shows that the wild man isn't like man. It isn't like a male and female like how we are. It isn't the same species as us. It's something that is different because both races are fighting this wild man right here. And I believe that this wild man was created. But the thing that has everything mixed up is how our history looks. So our history doesn't give us the ability to create the wild man because we do not see technology at that time period. But it's quite possible that that technology did exist and that we did have shuttles that watered the land. It was possibly electricity that existed in a time period that our historians are saying they don't exist. But as you see right here, the wild man is fighting both races of people. When we get to right here, this is how the wild man story is hidden, but this is exactly the bloodline that I'm talking about. It can easily look like two men is stabbing a dragon that ate one of their soldiers, and you can see this lady and it looks like she has this dragon as her pet. But this like has a deeper allegory to it. So the dragon itself, that is a wild man. It represents a man. It's a man. So you have the wild man, just like in the last picture right here, fighting men, fighting the armies. That is what you're seeing right there. The dragon is another name for the wild man that is fighting. So of course it looks like it's devouring a man, but that image is to throw,
our generation off. But truthfully, that is a man who got slayed by a wild man, and is a soldier, two of them, that are slaying that very wild man right there. The rope that the woman is carrying, that isn't her pet. That is a bloodline. If you notice the glow around her head, there are people out there who believe that being DNA connected to this wild man makes them divine. So that's why you see that rope right there. She's not holding it as a pet. That is the connection. She is bloodline to this wild man right here that the Bible today calls the dragon.
You're not going to believe what happened. Tell me everything. I'll show you on Monday.com. So I started the biggest.
Here's a great example of the wild man always been the dragon. So this one to the left, it says Homo Longo, dragon man. So the wild man has always been a dragon in history. It's always been called a dragon. If you look to the right, there are books out there that literally talks about the wild man. To tame a dragon. The wild man has always been called the dragon, to tame a dragon. So there's a point in time, these wild people, you know, we fought heavily amongst them. And I believe that, because I've seen ancient pictures or older pictures where they would capture people and mingle amongst the women. So I think there's a point where if it was an animal-like creature, you know, it developed something that we carry, which allowed it to be something tameable. And then it goes to the side right there and it says to love a dragon. And if you notice in each one of them, they are all wild men. There's women right next to them, because in history, the wild man was stealing the women, and the men, kingdoms or whatever, they all had to go and fight this wild man to get their women back. So this wild man has progressed and its features changed because it mingled amongst the women that they had stolen through wars. But this part right here shows that the wild man has always been called a dragon. So when you're looking right here, that dragon right there is symbolic. It should have a human look. That dragon right there. Right? So the rope that's connected, that's in her hand, that is saying that she is bloodline to that dragon or to that wild man, meaning that, you know, somewhere there might have been a capturing, and there's a birth, you know, but somehow, some way, there is a mingling where the wild man and regular people had came together. So she is bloodline, and the wild man is the dragon. Here's another one right here. It says green man dragon. So you can see the guy, he's riding on the horse and he's got a spear and he's putting it into the mouth of the dragon. Well, that dragon is symbolic. It's actually the knights fighting the wild man. The wild man is considered the dragon. During the medieval times and much older times, they were always considered a dragon. If you look to the right, you see a green wild man and then a tan wild man. And if you look at the title to the left on that book, it says green man dragon. That is what the wild man is. It was something that was green that mingled amongst, you know, our kind, and it began to lose, say, its animal look. And there's an evolution because of that. And if you look down below, that's the example of a green man giant right there, where you go from one and now you look like something else through mating. That is what we're looking at when we're looking at that wild man. And I'm saying that that creature is something that was created and placed in the world by the same people, in my opinion, that had the ability to create rain whenever they want to. This picture right here is a great example. It says Saint Mary of Egypt, you know, from the noise. Like, it's almost saying that the Saint Mary, whoever she was a wild man, was a dragon. And what you have is a priest who is passing clothes over to her. And this is what I mean when I say that someone or people mated with this wild man. And those who mate with this wild man believe that there is a divine connection. So you see the glow around her head right there. They believe that there is a divine connection by being entwined with this species. So you look at that glow, and if we go back up, she has that same glow around her head, but she has the rope, and that rope represents her bloodline connection to that species, to that dragon. And that dragon is a man that has animal DNA. And I believe it's something that was created that we all mingled amongst. Like, I believe every race at one point. This is the reason why I showed the black Moors fighting the wild man and the, white European fighting the wild man.
I can handle the grind, just not cooking. Factor change that. My life is always busy and dinner is a struggle.
But the wild man is a dragon. When I started looking at this, it has a bigger implication to it, because not only was the wild man mingling, but it was gaining power through, the positions that, say, regular man had already had. So this wild man is being bloodline because people are mating with it, or just in whatever manner, it has managed to become part of the human race. So when I was looking at this, the symbol in the middle was very interesting right there, because I was confused. Like, is that a military wing symbol right there that they're showing, or is that like 3 pyramids? So I compared that right there. I'm looking at that symbol and I really don't know. So I'm not saying that, it is, but it's very common that it looks like a military symbol. But then I also thought that it also looks like, the 3 pyramids right there. And if that was the case of the 3 pyramids, then it would make me feel like something from somewhere else created something and brought it here. And then when I'm looking at that symbol, there's also, like I said, a resemblance to military symbols. But then when I went and I looked at that wild man pressure arms, so the one that had the 2 people on the left and right, the 2 wild men on the left and right, and the coat of arms. If you look to the left on the leg right there, it's 3 triangles right there. So that is on their coat of arms. Well, on that coin, it's the same symbol, and over to the right, it's the same symbol. And what I'm asking is, this wild man that seemed to have been created, that seemed to mingle amongst people, and it seems like it has a connection to the church. This wild man that is called the dragon, in 2 images, we seen it guarding a family tree, and we seen it guarding, a royal military crest, a coat of arms. And to the left of that leg is that symbol that's on the coin right there. But the problem is at the top of the coin, that looks like a UFO symbol. That looks like a UFO. And then the symbol underneath it looks like a religious symbol. And then right underneath it looks like a military symbol. So I'm asking, is the wild man, this bloodline, is this species empowered today? Walking around looking like a regular person, though it does not consider itself like everyone else. Like, this creature didn't start off as a black person or a white person. It started off green. And through mating, it seemed like it was able to change. And inside of this mating, it seems like also people were mating with it, like in a premeditated way. In certain places, they call it ancient fertility rites. So they're sleeping with this wild man because they believe that it is divine. So this creature and, this bloodline, I'm wondering, are they empowered right now? Are the wild man, this dragon, is it in power? Did it find its power by mingling amongst, man in the world, amongst our females in the world, and birthing children? And like I said, I realized that there is a church connection. So in our scriptures, we have this dragon that we're being warned about. And I'm seeing in a lot of my study, a dragon being an actual man, an actual wild man. And when I'm seeing 2 wild men next to a crest, that lets me know military arm. We can go back. If literally right there, it's like they're guarding a bloodline. And on the other side, that is their military wing and religious wing. I mean, I'm gonna say this is my opinion. You know, this is how I perceive this right here after doing my research. So I am wondering, you know, are we alone? Is there another bloodline amongst us? Are these people the billionaires in the world? You know, that is something to think about right there.
Well,
Who
they
are they
soulless
today?
creatures.
Because they no longer look like the beast man that we see. If we go up right here to the coat of arms right there, they're not hairy no more, and they're sitting on the military side. So I do wonder, are we alone? Is there something ruling over us? And this is the reason why we can't get the changes that we need to happen throughout the world. It's because there is a hierarchy that is bloodline different than the rest of us, something that has the blood of an animal and a man at the same time. So I'm on the lookout. I'm looking, because when I hear people talk about depopulation, you know, to me, that doesn't sit right with being a part of the Most High's creation. Is to go into just like to destroy all life, or even to consider that life has to be taken out because it's too much for resources. You know, when I hear that talk, that lets me know that that dragon is near. But that dragon doesn't look like a beast man anymore. It looks normal, you know. And I believe that this bloodline, you know, that in some way has formed itself into being secret societies, could possibly be running the world. And we have to look a little sharper at, you know, who's giving the orders, especially from unelected positions. You know, this mystery billionaire that no one ever heard of, we need to understand, where do these people come from? So with that one right there, family, you know, this one was interesting. Got to definitely keep an open mind. That's why I said this is an open-minded video right here, you know. But I don't come to these conclusions because I want them to be, you know. It is the things that I'm finding. It is the things that I showed that makes you have this type of conclusion right here. So this is my conclusion right here, that we aren't alone, and that quite possibly a bloodline that is different than the rest of us are in the power places in the governments of the world. So with that, family, to the next time, thank you for watching. I definitely appreciate that. Drop a like, subscribe.
Man, yo, that was very interesting. That was a real mind-blowing piece. You know, it draws questions, man. You know, like I said, the billionaires, billionaires in the world, we don't see them. We never see them. You know, ain't no telling.
Well, I've seen it, bro. Like it's. I got this one picture where it's George Bush, and the dude literally changes like his eyes into a snake eyes. And I have that picture right there. A lot of people had to capture that. Like if you had TiVo, you remember that back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you had TiVo, you was able to slow rewind the frames on the screen, and then you can literally watch his eye change, bro. So I like recorded that years ago and shit. And I'm not the only one. A bunch of people has done that right there. Like, yeah, definitely. That movie They Live is like for real, for real.
Yeah, that's one of my
you know,
favorite
and
movies.
I the only sucky part, man, is you trying to bring a little light to this, and you don't want to see it come in a real physical way where it's like boom right up in a person's face, like. But I don't think this thing, like when they sit and say they're aliens and they like, well, you're not ready to see them, you're not ready to know. What I'm showing is what they're talking about. Like what I'm talking about is what they feel you're not ready to know. And of course, because you would be like, man, we're gonna murk these cats. They eating kids, stealing,
Right.
controlling the whole everything. You're gonna get ready. So no, you're not ready to know. So that's the reason why you hear the talk of depopulation. Yeah, get the societies real low population know where their numbers is bigger. Yeah, then they're gonna let you know they exist.
Yeah, they about what, a week ago we did the UFO sighting threw them off. They didn't know what it was. They tried to shoot a missile at it. And the missile pretty much bounced off her. It's definitely technology out there that they've been holding back for centuries. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm more open-minded than most. You know, I'm not afraid to, check new things out, new information out on stuff that's not normal, that's not of the norm. You know, it's just we as people on this earth cannot believe that we're the only people or only type of creatures moving around with some intelligence, you know, and doing what they do. You know, you got people inside of the underground, within the earth. You got from Antarctic conspiracies. So yeah, man, I'm not shocked in this wild man, and I wouldn't call it a theory. I mean, from what is it, the abominable snowman or Bigfoot and all that type of shit. Those are like the first of the people telling you that it was something different.
You know what's crazy, bro?
You know,
remember that movie, Great Wall of China, where they had those reptilians coming down in the movie? Have you ever seen that one?
The Great Wall of China?
Yeah, it's like this. It was this movie where the Chinese was fighting all these reptilians that were coming down, and they were fighting them from the Wall of China, like the Great Wall. And it was just interesting in that movie right there because whatever species seemed to come from that side, and a lot of people believe the way that the Great Wall of China sits, it wasn't actually defending China. It was actually fighting what was in China. Like the wall, people were using it to fight what was inside of China. Like that wall is a huge wall that divided like the land, and they were trying to keep something over there. It's a crazy movie though.
We're gonna have to check that out. You say Great Wall of China? It's called Great Wall of China?
Yeah, like when you type it in, you'll see it, you know, a Wall of China, something like that. But it's a reptilian movie. It's crazy.
I know y'all remember Dreamscape. Dreamscape. Beastman and that. And how they were doing mind control and going into people's consciousness and killing them. But people were able to go into other people's consciousness and create these creatures that were killing them, devouring people within their sleep or when they were under hypnosis. Yeah. Great Wall of China. Great Wall. It's called Great Wall movie. Okay. Came out in not too old of a movie.
That movie is crazy right there, but they make it look like animals, bro. But if you can imagine them standing upright like people,
right.
That was the reason why they built that Great Wall right there. Like China didn't build that wall. That wall was actually to defend everybody on the opposite side. It's just history is now in reverse. So now China's like, we built it to defend from the opposite side. But that wall was to hold something back in. And you know the one crazy thing? The Chinese is into the Yeti. They're into the monkey man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some real shit.
Yo, I'm gonna check this movie out. I'm seeing the clips, the previews. It looks like a real interesting flick. Check it out, man. Give you my reaction. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. You know, we done got into our 2 hours of the show. This is who is the alien-like human species on Earth? Is it the wild man? I think it's the wild man, but I think it's other type of alien species too. You know, because I believe back then they were just doing so much gene splicing, creating all types of fucking creatures and shit.
Bro, that is the honest truth. They did a lot of. I mean, like it's unbelievable in our time period that say you can mix a man with a dog, and now
Right.
this person is walking upright with doggy aspects. You know, like even if he don't look fully like an animal, you know, he has its like primitive desires. You know, the things that a dog go do to hunt, to, you know what I'm saying?
Jesus,
It has all those things like that, and I realized they were doing that splicing because they were trying to enhance the human body's senses. So they felt like if they mix a dog, you'll be able to hear well and smell better, you know, and you mix an eagle or a bird, you'll be able to see better, and you want all those features right there in the human body. They're on that level, bro.
Hell yeah, the doctor. I remember the first time I seen the island of Moreau, Doctor
Dr. Maru.
Moreau. Yeah. Y'all go check that movie out. That's an old school, like I think early '90s. But when I first saw it, I was tripping out. I was like, damn, this dude was really up in there, like doing gene splicing. And they wasn't talking about that. I think this was '80s. I think it was like late '80s.
Bro, there was no convo about that. It was just
they
like
was not
a
talking
crazy
about
ass
that
movie.
They was not talking about that type of shit back then. But I remember that, and that's around the time when They Live. They Live was one of my favorite movies. Roddy Piper, the other black dude, I think it's Blue Gossip or whatnot. But that movie was a real crazy movie. It showed how society was being, you know, overthrown or pretty much led by the corporations. And, you know, you had famine, you had homelessness, and then you had those wild people that were protesting.
And that's our world right now, bro.
Right.
Like everything, like how they were sitting at the dinner table with the dang alien, and the alien talking about how you made more money this year. I mean, like, bro, and it's all corporate. I'm saying that shit is now, but it don't look like those beings.
Nah.
These niggas is some stuff I think man created, bro. Like, I don't believe something comes down from another place. I think man was trying to defeat death. You know what I'm saying? I just think that it's just, you get so great, I guess, in your technology, you become a god, bro. We are gods. We can create. So I think that this was a move to try to defeat death, but you end up making a monster. And now when you go and you read that Bible, that's who they talking about.
Yeah, that man, we got so much to talk about. That y'all pull up next Sabbath. We're gonna have a new one. The homies. I know we got a new banger coming out, so y'all tap in. This is the channel. Push. See, you got a lot of information. Inky, Anunnakis, Genesis plan, history reset, the Zeus effect, and religion. I think I want to pull that one up today. I like to play the religious ones to try to shake the masses of information, just to let them know that you got to read a little bit deeper than just believe in everything you fucking read in the Bible, or what somebody telling you. They seldom haven't took the time to really crack open, you know, the real history of the Bible or Bible. So you see that the gene splicing, the hidden effects of human modification. I mean, this is some real shit. So go tap into Push. Go check out website, pushypush.com. Y'all go fuck with FamWest_TV2 and No Capping TV 951. Go check out Big Nutter 804. Shout out to Lil Larry. We got a real different speed, man, out of Jersey. We out this bitch, man. Fake love, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. See you next time.
Living for memories.
Keep y'all minds open, y'all. Put your thinking caps on.
Hate real. Take pills. Hate real. Wonder why people showing fake love, but they hate real. Depression making me take pills. My aunt want me quiet about the shelter when we ate there. That's like telling the kid to stay still. I couldn't do it. Gotta let pain out. I put it in music. That's the only thing that help other than the drugs I'm abusing. All I focus on myself, so my health, I was about to lose it a few times, but niggas never aim when they shoot it. Could've died, but they blew it. If you gon' do it, nigga, do it. Now 2 more niggas got sacked cause they held back when they do it. Niggas gangsters from computers, I ain't into that. Niggas tell on you to try to shoot you, I ain't digging that. No matter what you do after, nigga, you still a rat. I can see you in the hole like a mole. You gon' still get wet. The police took my nigga back. My friend, my brother, my slime. Told him stick to the skirt, something different was on his mind. And I know that sometimes loyalty can make you blind, but you had the hood, you had no good reason to rob. I ain't getting it. Got rid of him whenever the bricks was in. Stupidity and greed got you tied up in the shit you in. Typing in a pen again. Fighting in a pen again. Writing with a pen again. My man thought I killed his brother, he stopped fucking with me. And I can't keep moving around like it ain't nothing to me. We used to still call together, he used to hustle with me. Eating syrup sandwiches, he was struggling with me. But now ain't nothing to me. Fuck it, and I can live with that. I just gotta rap about it. Know he wanna get me back even though I ain't do shit. You know that, but that's sink in. People showing fake love, but they hate real. Pressure making me take them out when we quiet. About the shelter when we ate there. It's like telling the kid to stay still. I couldn't do it.
West, East, down South,
I couldn't do it.
Appreciate everybody for pulling up, man.
I done really went through it. I couldn't do it. I'd rather put it in music.
Today, I wanted to just really hit on something. Successfully dealing with pain. I think you hear.
FirstFanRadio.com. FirstFanRadio.com.